Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. In recent years, it's become more popular for people to be sharing their earnings, their spending, and everything like that online. And honestly, I think it opens up a really important conversation about how much people should expect to earn in certain areas and how much you can expect to spend at certain phases of life with certain things. So I thought today it would be really interesting to share what I spent in a month. So if you're interested in these kind of videos or enjoyed this one, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below because I make new videos weekly. And let's get on to my spending. Well, first of all, we can provide a little bit of context. I live in this 3x1 bedroom house with my partner and our kitten. We've owned this house for almost 18 months now. Along with owning a house and moving in and setting up our lives here, there's a lot of expenses that come with that, which I'll delve into. I also work full-time, so I work as a data analyst focusing on member feedback for a company. So at the moment, I'm working from home and working pretty long hours, so that's what takes up most of my time. And my partner Sam, he works in a hospital. However, at the moment he is also studying. He's just gone back to school, so his income might decrease a little bit throughout the year. My general annual salary is 72,000 in AUD, which is Australian dollars. So that doesn't include super. So super is like the Australian retirement fund. So some companies pay a salary including super, but mine's an extra. So realistically, I'm earning closer to 80k a year. I've broken all of my spending down into categories. So I think I have like 20 categories. I thought it would be really interesting for us to go through the categories and discuss how much I'm spending in these, why this one might be higher than another. So my first category is home. So with owning our first home, there's obviously a lot of things that we want to add. There's certain fixes that we have to do, all the little random things that I guess you don't really get when you're renting or living at home. So that's been really fun, but also very expensive. So in 1 month, we spent $609.79. So that included a fan. You might be able to hear it. We have a fan installed in our living room because it was getting really hot in Australia and there's no aircon downstairs, so we just had a fan in to move the air around to hopefully keep us a little bit cooler while we're watching like TV and having dinner at the end of the day. We also just got a lot of random things from Amazon. So my next category is entertainment, and in entertainment we spent $77.01. So this category included some movies. So we went to see the new Spider-Man, which was amazing. However, I had a really bad reaction to the vaccine and some medication that day, so I was very sick and needed the bathroom. That just so happened to coincide with the main plot of the movie. Like, I missed the main thing in the middle of the movie. Then we also bought some games, did some random like hiring of movies, just little things to keep us entertained. Our next category is gifts, and for this month we spent $120.97. Both of our nephews and a cousin's little girl had their birthdays within the month that I was tracking the spending. So that's why it's a little bit higher than normal. I would say we'd probably average at about maybe $40 a month over the whole year. Obviously it's heightened in some times, so it is quite high, but we're more than happy to spend money on our little nephews. Our next category is drinks. So this includes like alcoholic drinks or like a boba, coffee, that type of thing. For the month of tracking, I spent $173.80. It's quite high. Within this month, it was also my birthday, so we went out a few times, bought some drinks. We are also working from home now, so we're going out to get a coffee a little bit more often than we normally would, just because it's our nice time to get out of the house. So that's been really nice. And then it's also been like summer, public holidays, so we're going out more with friends and making more of those summer memories, which I think that's maybe a little bit high for us, but it's also not too bad. That's realistically like 10 drinks for a month for 2 people, so it's not too high. I'm happy with that spending in relation to the rest of my budget. Clothes. So in this month, clothes for me specifically, I spent $371.06, which is quite high. I tracked the spending at the start of the year. A lot of the clothes I bought you can see in my recent haul, and I love all the pieces that I've bought. It's just that it seemed to be heightened at the start of this year. My next category is another big one, and the next few kind of just keep going up, which is great. My next category is health, and we spent $487.69 within a month. That covers both of our gym memberships. I use the gym like 5 times a week. Sam goes a couple times a week, depending on how busy he is with everything else. I love the gym, and it's never something I'm willing to cut out of my budget. I think it's just brilliant for my mental health, and it helps me so much more than just being like a physical exercise. It was also the first month that I paid health insurance when I started tracking this. In Australia, you can be on health insurance, on your parents' health insurance until you're 25, which I did. I stayed on just to save a little bit of money, but I've got my own now and I'm covered, which is good. Very expensive. I think mine is $65 a fortnight for like the basic cover, because I don't really want any of the optional top-up things. So yes, that's fun, and that's a big total looking at it like that, which is a bit scary. The next category is dining. Again, this is a bigger one. So for the month of tracking, we spent $536.27, which is quite high. Again, it was my birthday, so we went out dinner, went dinner with friends. We are also working from home, so the same with the coffee. We'll go up the road for lunch a lot and just get those little times outside. It was also a really busy month for us in general, so there were a few more purchases of like a quick dinner or like a little convenient food, all that sort of things. It is quite high. I'd say I'm not comfortable with spending that much on dining in a month. We're aiming to have it lower. Our next category is car. So at the time of tracking this spending, we had 2 cars. We had my little car and Sam had like an SUV type car. Yesterday we sold Sam's car. So exciting. We've been wanting to go down to a 1-car household for a long time. So that's very exciting, and that'll help decrease our spending moving forward. But at the time of tracking, in a month we spent $1,073.20. Love that. So paid car insurance, which is very important, and we also got a few repairs done to Sam's car in an attempt to help sell it, which did help in the end. Though that's most of that category is just registrations. We've been filling up at like 180 per litre, which is high, but it's not as high as it has been, and it's just, yeah. My next category is my biggest category for the month, and it will be the biggest category forever, is mortgage and bills. So like, mortgage and bills for 1 month was $1,475.65. Obviously that's quite a price. So that covers just our general mortgage payments. So our mortgage is $525 a week, which is quite high, but we like it fits into our budget well enough. We're not struggling to pay it ever. That also covered our water bill. So now that we're owning and not renting, we're paying usage as well as utilities on the water. So that's like $250 a quarter as well, I think, on top of your usage. I don't really know what that covers, but it doesn't seem to be optional. Owning a house is expensive, and that's just the base level. Not cheap, but like I said, I'm obsessed with our house. I love the life that we built. I'm still so proud that we were able to buy it. I was 23 when we bought this house, which is something that I will forever be so proud of. I love our house, but it is very pricey. Category is beauty. So I spent $252.04 in this month. So I've just started changing up my skincare. I was having a lot of bad reactions, so I've got some new skincare and I'm just trying out some new things because I never really had a routine, but I turned 25 and I just feel like I should be doing a little bit more. That was good. I don't mind spending that much. I think that's something that's really important to me. It's also nice to have that routine of doing skincare and makeup and looking after yourself in that way. So I'm pretty happy with that price. My next category is technology. We spent $98.23. So that covered my phone bill. So I pay $40 a month for my phone. I've always bought my phone outright. That's just what my parents did, so it's what I've been doing. So then I pay for the prepaid plans, which is basically just the coverage. So it's $35 a month, I think, and that's pretty good. It works for me. I'm happy with that price. We also got a watch repaired in this month, so there's another little element to our spending. Our next category is groceries. This is the bane of my existence, this category, because I personally love cooking and baking. I love being in the kitchen and creating things. However, I don't know what's happened, but in the last 2 months, our groceries bill has skyrocketed. This month, we spent $708.43, which is much higher than I would like it to be, but we're trying to find ways to cut that down a little bit. I'm definitely someone who like, I guess the nicer quality food. So I'm trying to be a bit more regimented with grocery shopping. You saw in my Notion video that I write a list and we stick to the list and we try not to go too much over it. That is an area that I would like to bring down as we go throughout the year. So we've only got a few categories left. Our next category is clothes for Sam. and he spent $225.55. So again, same with my clothes, we were just looking for a bit more of a refresh, the summer wardrobe. My next one is YouTube, and in a month I spent $62.57. That is quite high. Covers my camera, so I'm renting the Canon G7X camera at the moment. I never purchased one. Renting works well for me. It's $25 a month and I can send it back at any time, or at the end of your rental term, any money that you have paid just goes towards the purchase of the camera, which works well for me. YouTube isn't a job for me yet. I'm hoping that one day I can do it as a career, but it's not there yet, so this is just money out of my own pocket. My last category is travel. So in this category I spent $421.68. So we had a girls weekend in this month of tracking, which was also in one of my most recent videos, and that was really fun. We went down, stayed the night, but most of that got paid back by the other girls who stayed in the house, so it wasn't all out of my pocket. It's just not reflected in this category, but that's what that was. And obviously at this point in time we're not doing a lot of traveling, so that category isn't one that I expect to go up too much unless we go for a trip. Yeah, but it was a lovely weekend and I would definitely be more than happy to spend that money again and again. Yes, that is my month of spending. So overall, our income for this month was $8,520.68. So that's for 2 people. And then our spending was $6,570.94, which means we were able to save $1,949.74, which is what we spend in a month. I really enjoyed tracking this. I've been tracking my spending for a while now, and I find it really helpful to see what we are spending too much on or too little on. It also just helps me keep track of income and money coming in and out. And I think it is important for everyone to talk about what they're earning and what you can expect to be earning or paying to live a certain life. Hello. This one also takes up some of my money, but he's worth it. But look at this little face. Hi. Yeah, I think it's really important for everyone just to understand that, you know, not everyone has this amazing 6-figure lifestyle that is sustainable, and you know, you don't need to have FOMO for everyone, because most people are on lower salaries and there's nothing wrong with that. You can achieve so much on a quote-unquote low salary. If you have any questions about budgeting or anything, please leave them below, because I'm very interested in it and I love helping out. So if you're interested, let me know. I can always make another video on it. Otherwise, I hope you have an amazing day. You deserve to feel so loved and special, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.